Good morning, Master Gardener Michelle Gambon, sponsor for many of our schools. I'm out here at my yard compost, and you can see the one plot of compost is already decomposed. That's been up there about 4 weeks in the hot sun, and this is new compost. In the Marietta City school system, we try to compost to teach students stewardship of how we treat our food. If you think of the food chain, the lowest of the organisms being the microorganisms, the decomposers, we being at the top of the food chain. If we had a collapse, then we wouldn't necessarily have a viable source of survival and eating. We have something called second harvest, and second harvest is saving a safe to take food, something that's prepackaged or a piece of fruit in its own seal, and we could set that aside for students that would like a second helping instead of trapping it in the landfill. Trapping compost in the landfill doesn't build a regenerative cycle for that food chain, nor does it allow for opportunity to use natural fertilizer. So looking for a simple class of earth ambassadors that can take instruction. We do this in many of our schools and would love to have Lockheed join us. What it would mean to be earth ambassadors and that they would be helping the environment. They would be gathering lunch vegetative waste and focusing in on this recovery section of composting. They would learn what goes into compost. The phrase we use is if it was once green and growing, it can go in, and what does not. And food would need to be in its raw, natural state, basically not processed and not cooked. And then they would manage getting the compost out to the school garden.